Hello folks, welcome to another video on the Embargo Man channel. And what is the most interesting thing about the video that we're talking about? Virgins over 30 years old. I mean, who is a virgin over 30 years old? Well, whatever it is, or what I am saying is that this thing of finding a person who is a virgin over 30 years old is quite a challenge. All right. So, I mean, there's a fictional character who is over 30. His name is Andy. Is a fictional character, Andy Stitzer. He's like 10 years past 30. All right. He is over 30 years old. He is, he is played by, I think the guy from, Andy Stitzer is from the movie called The 40-Year-Old Virgin, who is played by Steve Carell, and Catherine Kinner is Titch. So it's Tritch, right? So what happened in this movie, this fictional character who is over 30 years old, that was called a 40-year-old virgin, he collect all the action figures and all that stuff, and then all these guys want him to get a girlfriend and want him to get laid or get him on, in other words, first time to have sex, right? So what it is that he finally find his girlfriend, met her selling stuff at a warehouse that she sells stuff on eBay or online. It's like what people now doing nowadays. And then he just got the first thing that he got married to his girlfriend in this movie. And he finally got it on for the first time. He did it for the first time. And this is more likely of a movie that I could recommend you to watch. And I bet you people who are virgin and over 30, to seeing that the first individual to having two people know, and there's a lot of YouTube videos, people claim who are a virgin over 30 years old and a virgin. All right, some of these people aren't virgins anymore. Some of these people, they find a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like saying a man saying, "Oh, look, I'm a virgin," but then later on you find out, "Oh yeah, look, I'm married, I got a girlfriend," and this and that, and probably married because they got married or girlfriends, and they finally had sex for the first time. And some of them, they just found a girlfriend, and you know what's going on, right? So cases like this would be that there are only two well-known people out of anybody out there who is telling the truth, they're still virgin over 30 years old. Well, the people who are virgins and over 30 years old will be the first person to tell you is a beautiful Indian American model, comedian, and whatnot, that she is 35, and it would be Sonali Chandra. Sonali Chandra was in Dr. Phil, Five Guys a Week, and her commitment having in this old school moral mentality is that not to get married. Or sorry about that. Not to have sex before marriage. Other guys ghost her. She's beautiful and everything like that. It's like, guys, you know what it is. Don't get it on. If you're not gonna get it on with her, you ain't gonna smash her, because if you want to go out on a date with her, you ain't gonna smash her. The only way to do it is to marry her. In other words, you cannot have sex. And then using a bunch of terms of that smashing mumbo jumbo and this and score and whatever, that what it is. And another person is athlete, bobsledder, triathlon, and whatever, is Lolo Jones. Lolo Jones is now 40. Now she is a real life 40-year-old virgin that she freezed her eggs at 39 years old, waiting for the right man. And waiting for the right man is that is like, okay, this is one case where maybe she's an American athlete, a mixture of, all the European, Native American, and African American, all combined into what this athlete would be, that she had never had sex before, and probably she's dated and never get along with anybody, is that a virgin over 30 years old. I'm just talking about two individuals, most likely women, two women that most likely have proceeded to conceive celibacy and really strong celibacy that has been lost for years. I don't know where they practice it, somewhere in the world. I mean, it is most likely this would have been done in the 1950s and 50s and early 60s. I mean, 40s, 1950s, all the way to the 60s. All right, so by the end of that decade, people became a little bit freer and whatever it is, as there were no premarital sex. This is what it called old school moral value. Old school values are gone, and this kind of old school values has done so much of everything. It prevented unwanted pregnancies. It prevented abortions. And all this has happening because they'll tell them, you know what? Don't have sex until you get married. You cannot do it until you get married. You cannot do it until you marry the right girl. You can't do it until you marry the right guy. All right. So that is something that also contributes to one cultural aspects of identity. Identity of somebody who is a virgin is the virginity ring. The virginity ring, it is something practiced in back then, that anybody, a man or a woman, a young man or a young woman, like gave up, okay, this is the purity ring, this is the virginity ring. They call it a purity ring. Is known in, I think, Southern Baptist. I don't know if the Catholics did it out in my denomination, or anybody who is identify themselves as they never have done it with a ring. And I mean, this ring, it means you're not going to touch a woman. That's for a boy. You're not going to touch a woman until you find the right woman, until you find the right lady. For a girl, it says you're not going to let a man touch you until you get married, until you find the right man or the right guy. So the thing is this type of culture, old school type of morals, has been gone for a while, and most likely even in other countries, most knownly, that this type of practice, I don't know, it would be most likely traditionally is like in China and Korea, and probably Japan. Who knows if Japan has done this kind of high, chastity, that the woman or anybody has to be go pure until the matrimony. I mean, even one other country that where Sonali's parents are from, I mean about India, is a very harsh there. We know this is where it's kind of strange about India, that they have the book of these positions, and the book of how you get your freak on in the bed, Kama Sutra. So it is kind of strange in there, but then all of a suddenly that all this get into conclusion that some Eastern cultures, and even the Middle Eastern cultures, have this kind of rule of, it's kind of, in putting that way, the thing is, then the Middle Eastern culture, in the Chinese culture, Korean culture, probably the Japanese, and the Indian culture, that the woman has to be pure until marriage. This works. This type of thing works. This has prevented so many unwanted pregnancies. It would prevent in case of abortions. I mean, the thing is about abortions is something within the church and state in all these denominations it's like a taboo. I mean, if you're in favor or not in favor, that is okay, but this is just another way to see it. In the other alternative of abstinence is like, whoever is knowing about this is like, how many YouTubers are virgins over 30 years old? I mean, saying to only name, even Sonali Chandra has a YouTube channel. Maybe she will have to do something with the YouTube channel, copy from anybody who has YouTube channel. Probably, who knows, probably she might mop the floor in singing on a popular Dutch YouTuber. I mean, this kind of showing off who is a virgin over 30 years old. We know that an Indian American model, comedian, and an entrepreneur woman, she is 35 and have these principles or insane old school morals that is practiced within her parents' culture. We lost it in the American culture from the 1950s all the way to the end of the 60s, and also Lolo Jones haven't been saying, oh, a virgin over 30 years old, a 40-year-old virgin in real life, and say whatnot, who else it is. A virgin over 30. All right, anybody, any man, any woman who is a virgin over 30 years old, please comment in this video. I would say it is okay. It is okay. It is okay that most likely in the rules, most likely that this will have this type of old school philosophy, old school moral values, or whatever it is that I understand of all this chastity, being celibate until marriage, even though if you have sex like once or twice, like I lost my B card at 28. I lost my B card at 28. That's the truth. The truth of me is I lost my B card at 28 with a hooker. I mean, that was in Colombia. Put it that way. Whorehouse. Understanding. I wanted to, get it on with some chick that I met at my dad's former workplace, and then this couldn't find it. Yeah, cases like that may be like anybody that this that anybody who is a virgin over 20 it would be acceptable. But who's a virgin over 30? Who is a virgin over 30? All right, so I mean, we have two known virgins over 30 years old, an athlete named Lolo Jones and a beautiful, attractive woman who is in Dr. Phil and everything. Maybe it should be the next Bachelorette, who is 35, and she said, and I want to keep both of them want to keep them true. I mean, the true values, not just in, I don't know about the Indian culture, is they say that, I mean, there's Indian Christian movie, but I don't know, talking about that, or and Hinduism, or whatever the practice of beliefs that says, okay, this kind of belief is you gotta be pure until marriage. And also that Lolo Jones could adapt that and being her a Christian in pure until marriage. You know, she's a 40-year-old virgin, I believe now, right? And freezes the eggs and stuff. But then this also applies to any Christian denomination, could include the Catholic Church, about an individual to be virgin until marriage. I mean, chastity. I mean, it's not that easy nowadays because people are losing their virginity 20 years and under, 15 years old. Who knows when you know, people are losing the V card nowadays, right? So the V card is virginity. I mean, to all that point, I would say that this kind of prevention, I mean, this is the reason why when people get liberated and stuff, I mean, the clinics, anything to make, you know, money. I mean, so people are looking from, even abortion clinics are like for the money. All right, so what it is to all the aspects of old school moral values, these values that are applied in every single belief system that would be staying pure in the marriage, something practiced in the ancient Chinese culture, in the Korean culture, Indian culture, probably the Japanese, who knows, and even the Middle Eastern culture, pure until marriage for a woman. I don't know if it applies with a guy. And tell me up every man or woman who is the YouTuber who is over 30 years old. We might have this conclusion that would be a Dutch YouTuber who sings with a high-pitched voice, very angelic. She might be 30, just 30 years old, and a virgin. Or somebody that reviews tech and goes on vacations to every cool place now might have somebody who is 38 years old, born in Pennsylvania, and a virgin. Maybe her sister, who is probably 33 and a virgin. That's the people who would speak out and comment who is a virgin over 30 years old. Anybody raise your hand? Anybody said who is a virgin over 30 years old? Look, well, any guy, any gal, any man or woman, YouTuber, who knows who is a virgin over 30 years old, please raise your hand up, do a video, write in a comment, any popular YouTuber. What might be surprised is this. You might be surprised there's somebody who's a virgin somewhere in the world. You might be surprised though there is a virgin over 30 in Japan. You might be surprised there's a virgin over 30 in Taiwan. You might be surprised that there's a virgin over 30 in the Netherlands. Somebody who is 30 and a virgin, maybe born on May, right? And a virgin. You might be surprised even here in the USA, there's a virgin over 30 who is 38 years old, reviews all these different tech stuff, and an Apple fan. Yeah. I mean, the people that I mean, a virgin who is 30 who lives in the Netherlands is a woman. A virgin who might be over 30, might be men or women in these, in these Asian countries, most likely women or men, who knows, where we might have a surprise right there. A virgin over 30 years old, born in Pennsylvania, living in California, and might have a sister who is a virgin over 30 years old, review tech things, gadgets, and probably one is 38 years old, the other one might be 33, and they're female. I mean, there's also virgin males over 30 years old. And let me tell you why. Because they practice all in the moral codes of Catholicism, of the Christian denomination they are, or some other belief system. Could be in Judaism, who knows? But all I know is the only two known people who be virgins are Sonali Chandra and Lolo Jones, who are virgins over 30, so let the surprise come through. Please have comments, and I have unknown people who are virgins comments on the video that they will say, oh, look, I'm a virgin and I'm 34. Look, I'm a virgin and I'm 35. I'm a virgin and I'm even 40, or I'm a virgin and I'm 39, virgin and 37. Look, any virgins over 30 years old comments on my video, I'll be a surprise. Any virgins over 30 years old who is a YouTuber, announce besides your music, besides all the new gadgets coming from Sony, coming from Apple, coming from all these tech companies, announcing, oh, look, I'm a virgin. I'm wearing this virginity ring, this and that. I'm a devout Catholic, whatever it is. In all aspects of life, to say, okay, about chastity, about being a better Christian, a better Catholic, or rather Baptist, or whatever, to follow the rules. Oh, look, I have been virgin for amount of time for 30 something years, virgin for 38 years, virgin for 35 years, virgin for 30 years, or whatever. Anybody over 30 that's going to make a video, the YouTubers who are famous, that I bet who are going to announce their virginity and how long they stay virgin for certain time of their lives, that I have never been with a man or that have never been with a woman. They'll say, look, I am this person, I review everything, I'm a virgin over 30 years old, and I'm this type of age, boom, we got another virgin. Or let's say 3 women, we will have somebody probably by next year. Oh, look, I'm a virgin. I'm 31 years old. I believe in my faith and whatever, like would be whatever it is, a Catholic, Jew, or whatever belief system. Yeah, probably Catholic, right? So it says 31 and a virgin. Yeah, and whatever it is, and besides doing my music, I'm a virgin in 31. In 2023, May of 2023, or June of 2023, or May of 2023. The woman who might be a virgin at 31 years old in June of 2023, of 2023, May of 2023, announcing that, oh, I'm a virgin over 30 years old, and this and that. This is what I practice, and this, and I want to find a man in. She says she want to find a man in her life and whatever. Boom, here we go. Announcing the music and say that the woman is a virgin at 31 in 2023 of May of 2023. Somebody who might do a video. Oh, look, I'm a 38-year-old virgin. A woman who says, I'm a 38-year-old virgin. I wrote a book. She will say that she wrote a book. She will say that she has started with a 300-page phone bill. And she might said about she doing everything under the sun, videos of her trips with a friend, and whatever it is, and didn't find the right person, and she says, oh look, that she is a very devout Catholic and practiced her religion very seriously, and she took things seriously, and the wearing of a ring that identified that she had never slept with a man. All of this stuff, besides reviewing new gadgets from Apple, from any known tech company or whatever it is, saying, or trips, saying, the announcing, oh look, this woman is 38 years old. What is this? The tattoo on her finger, right? What's the tattoo on her finger? We might know, oh, surprise, surprise, this chick who wrote a book and review all the tech stuff and and her friend throw an apple into her head is a virgin. Right? Can you see there the 38-year-old virgin who reviews gadgets, who goes on vacations? And also, look, probably her sister might be a virgin. 33 years old and a virgin, probably 35 years old and a virgin on her 35th birthday in a few years. Boom. Guess what? These two ladies would be born in Pennsylvania, living in California. Might be surprise, surprise. We announce two virgins over 30 years old being big on YouTube. One have over 7 million subscribers. The other one has reached her thousands or 1 million or whatever. It is that surprise, surprise, we're gonna have two popular YouTubers who are virgin and over 30 years old. And we already know two virgins over 30 years old. One born in the state of New Jersey of Indian parents, 35 years old. Her name is Sonala Chandra. And the other one, an athlete whose name is Lolo Jones, past 30, now 40, another virgin over 30 years old. But then we see the YouTubers will announce that they're virgins over 30. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Maybe you are gonna have guys following along who are virgins over 30 years old. And when the guys come along, the guy YouTubers who are virgins over 30 years old, they announce that why they are virgins. But the first thing we will see is three women who are virgins over 30 years old. One from the Netherlands, two from the United States of America, and the rest we'll see they probably from Japan, South Korea, and most likely Taiwan and Hong Kong and probably India. You know, it's like these countries from out there are the ones that are these type of countries that when they follow their culture, and within their culture being pure until marriage is practiced, you're gonna see the surprise. And maybe somebody from South Africa would, will announce, oh look, I'm a virgin over 30 years old, couldn't find the right woman, or I couldn't find the right man, whatever. Boom, here we go. So write me in the comments in this video. And I know that you guys know that this video is over 30 minutes. Virgins over 30, as we know that we have two people known to be virgins over 30. One is an athlete. The other one appeared in Dr. Phil and appeared in a show called 5 Guys a Week. And the next people who are going to announce to be virgins over 30 might be a Dutch YouTuber who sings very nice and have a very well angelic voice. 2 women, one a 38-year-old virgin reviewing gadgets, most likely Apple products, gadgets made by Apple, and other products like Sony and Samsung and whatever, who is a virgin at 38. Another one, virgin at 33 years old, maybe a virgin at 33 years old, knows that the importance of chastity, and I believe both of them the 38-year-old virgin might say something about what it is and why she has very practiced her beliefs. The one who is 33 shows the importance of chastity, that she will wait until marriage, and she have never been with a man before, and boom, here you go. 3 women who are going to announce to be virgins over 30, making their own YouTube videos. We're gonna have guys, gonna have some men and women YouTubers, big YouTubers, announcing their virginity and over 30. So please subscribe to the Embargo Man channel. And what we got there is like, this could be tricky for me. I will have ambitions of becoming big in YouTube and say going to AGT. Probably if there's appearing of a 38-year-old virgin, well, it would be very challenging for me, I might like the 38-year-old virgin, and that's about it. Please subscribe, hit the bell button, and I'll see you on the next video on the Embargo Man. And the most important thing about this, that nowadays we need to have old school moral values, the ones that are preached from before 1940s, 1950s, all the way to the 60s where it ends, that a woman, American value, that a woman still be pure, or anybody has to be pure until marriage. That way we prevent unwanted pregnancies, even prevent abortions. In that way, being virgin until marriage doesn't matter if you reach 30 years old and a virgin, 40 and a virgin. We're gonna have a plenty of 40-year-old virgins right there, but that is the way to prevent all these unwanted pregnancies, prevent these populations. That way, we control population that way. Population of people that way. No more unwanted babies, no more dead babies in garbage can, or born die before they're born and of some abortion surgery. None of that. This is a way to do it. But hey, see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless you all. Goodbye, folks.